Everyone, this is Nikachu, and I'm here with my brother as we try out Kumana, Tyrant of Erazka in Tropical Merfolk in Modern. But before we get into that, we're going to thank our sponsor, the ManaBase.com. And if you want to find out how to play EDH on the road, you're going to want to check out The Metalworker by James LePage on the ManaBase.com. Your home base for everything Magic the Gathering. So we won the die roll. Our hand is sort of trashy, to be honest. This is weak. This is weak. This is weak. No real synergy with this. So like we have an ether vial hand with no real way to abuse it. I think I should keep it anyway, though.
Got land.
Yeah, something like that. But like these are like sort of borderline hands in my opinion. They are borderline. I think I'm going to start this off with probably Mutavault into Ether Vial, and we'll have the option of attacking with this Mutavault next turn, because there's like no way I'm going to cast this Harbinger of the Tides. It's not happening. And depending on what our opponent plays, like if our opponent plays a fetch land and pass, then I can't use Spreading Seas anyway. And if they do play a land that I can Spreading Seas, then I'll just Spreading Seas it. No big deal. It's like I played Mutavault on turn 2.
I haven't seen much red mana this league.
Let's see. What did we play in the first round? I don't remember. Oh, more islands. Sleight of hand. So we're up against Storm, which makes me feel good about my decision to play the Mutavault, because now I'm not going to play Spreading Seas. I mean, we're very likely playing. We could be up against like taking turns or some nonsense like that. There's the Spire Bluff Canal.
And the red mana.
Yeah, and the foretold red mana. You were just saying. Well, you know what? That deck plays lots of red mana. Tons. I wonder if they want to do something like play Manamorphose or something. So our deck should be in pretty good shape to beat Storm going into 3 games. Game 1 is going to be super rough, though. All we've got is this Curse Catcher. What to do? Probably still attack with Mutavault. Another option is I can play Merfolk Branchwalker and Violent Harbinger of the Tides. It's not terrible. Sure. Do I want... playing Branchwalker first doesn't gain me anything, so just attack for 1. Actually, do you know what? I don't think it's set in stone that this is Storm. This also could be a breach deck. Let's see what happens here. No, that resolved super fast. So I guess we'll play Flooded Strand and... Or I guess we don't play Flooded Strand. There's like no point. The deck thinning doesn't matter. Let's make it harder for our opponent to actually cast a Grape Shot for the win. Maybe that 1 damage is going to be relevant. Like, if we keep drawing lands from here on out, that 1 damage is going to be super relevant. I don't like playing fetch lands as we keep drawing lands. Our opponent's not really doing anything. Harbinger. I don't know what I'm hoping to play against.
Anything.
Our opponent played... I think they kept their hand, right?
Yes, they did not mulligan.
So playing Spreading Seas is not worth as much. I can attack for...
You should still try to disable that red mana.
There's not a lot of red mana to disable here, though. Okay, so we'll play Spreading Seas anyway. Hold on, I'll
Card
cancel
draw
that.
advantage.
What do I really want to do? Just in case we draw a Mutavault, that will be relevant.
Do it.
Do it.
Like that,
Draw a card.
like that Emperor said.
Botanical Sanctum. So against the deck we don't want to flood out against. We keep flooding. Ugh. Well, if we attack with everything and put our opponent down to 10 and they don't combo off, we could win if we top deck a Lord. So we might as well try for that. Our opponent hasn't comboed off really right now, so I feel pretty good about, or I don't want to say I feel pretty good, but maybe there's a chance that they have a lot of components in their hand that just can't get going. They just have a really slow hand in some way. Do I have any land drops for the turn? No.
Well, here's your chance. Whatever you're gonna do, do it.
Make your move. Manamorphose, okay. So that's just a cantrip. It's possible my opponent wants to play Grape Shot. Like they want to play Grape Shot, but I'm threatening to play a Lord in response. So what they have to do is they sort of have to like deal 3 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage to all this stuff in order to get through all this stuff. Okay. Draw another card. Without a creature, it's really hard for them to net mana. Or maybe now they can. They can play a Pyretic Ritual, and then they can play like Gifts Ungiven and get out of range of Curse Catcher. I'm sure this Curse Catcher is like super annoying.
Yeah, that little 1/1 just keeps on going.
Yeah. Like an Energizer Bunny.
That's right.
I forgot. We need themes. We need to have like a theme.
Tide Pods.
So we got Storm Count is at 4. Past in Flames has been cast. Sure. They didn't get anything? Oh, I think they screwed up. Oh, I see what they were doing. Okay. So in the face of this, well, I certainly don't want them to go off. On cancel. What is the flashback? Is 5? So if they play a land, flashback, they can't do anything. So I'll counter this. They're just in a they might be just in a really bad spot. There's just nothing they can do. But here's the good thing. They paid red mana to do this. I wonder, they had to have missequenced or something, because I don't think they ever had to do that. They could have floated a colorless when they played Past in Flames and then used the red, because now if I top deck a Lord, we just stone win. I think I'll take the Vial up to 3 so I can play the Water Trap Weaver at end of turn.
There it is.
There it is. We win. I forgot, yeah. I acted actually as if Past in Flames was Gifts Ungiven, which is what made me confused. And that's the manabase.com. Get dunked on instant replay. So we win. We got pretty lucky, I'd say, game 1. That's lucky. So we're gonna bring in Relic. We're bringing in everything. This is gonna be great. And four negates. That's a lot of beef, in my opinion. We're gonna take out Kumena and Water Trap Weaver, and we're probably gonna take out Spreading Seas, and the rest of it is good. Collected Company is gonna be great because we can hold up our interactive spells. We can have like 6 mana, for example, and then threaten a lot of damage by holding up our. Like, we can hold up counter spells and Relic of Progenitus while threatening Collected Company, so I think it's very good. I don't think Kumena has any part to play in this particular matchup in Water Trap Weaver. No, I don't want you. Not here. I want you in a lot of other matchups, but not this one. Great against Eldrazi-tron. This hand is great. I know we don't have a Merfolk to cast Silvergill Adept, but like Relic of Progenitus is just insane. Oh, nice. Look what we got now. Yeah, we'll play Relic. Some people tell me, is anyone bringing in Blood Moon? Is anyone bringing in Blood Moon? Because if so, I should play the Fledge Trend, crack it to get an island. There's Brawl. So in the face of Brawl, I think I'm just not even going to cast anything. Because if I play Silvergill Adept, I'm just going to die. That's for sure. And I have enough islands that... No, let's start fetching. Yeah, so I'm just not going to tap out. Don't tap out against Storm if you can help it. You know, we can wait a few more turns to play Silvergill Adept and hold up Negate at the same time. This card is too good. Way too good. So we'll attempt to counter it.
It's blue. Why don't you play with it?
It's useless to me. This is just card advantage. They'll just grind us out eventually, so I'm just hoping our opponent doesn't have Remand. Which is usually, I think, something they side out anyway, but... they can also have Swan Song.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Now we don't have counterspells, so who cares? Let's cast our Silvergill Adepts. Ooh, more Collected Companies. Number 3 could end up being like Collected Company is busted again, you know?
Why go to Harvard? We can come here.
Yeah, that's right. I have no intention of playing a Mutavault anyway. I mean, I could have just cast the Silvergill Adept hoping to draw a Mutavault, but I have no intention of playing a Mutavault. I do want to represent that I have I have Counterspell mana up. Now, I mean, to some extent the shields are down, but Relic of Progenitus can deal with Gifts Ungiven pretty well, at the very least.
Look at the top 2 cards.
Sleight of hand. Look at the top 2. One goes in your hand, one goes on the bottom. Yeah. No point in looking at the chat room for that. Ooh, this is aggressive. This is an aggressive Storm deck. This is Storm aggro.
That Storm's a brewing, people.
Storm aggro. Coming to ruin me. It's Storm aggro. That is great. So given I just drew that Ether Vial, I think what we're going to do is we're going to play Merfolk Branchwalker into Ether Vial. That way we can hold up Relic of Progenitus. Is that what we want to do? I think that's what we want to do. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Let's attack first. We can use Merfolk Branchwalker to block the Goblin Electromancer, I don't care. So hopefully we draw a land off of this. If we don't draw a land, it's okay. Put this in the graveyard.
See ya.
See the power of Merfolk Branchwalker. It's just fantastic. And now if we draw one more land, then we can get Collected Company, followed by Relic of Progenitus back up online. Mind you, at any moment we could just die to like some Shattering Spree, but, you know, can't win them all. Life's not perfect. I can't tell if my opponent... our opponent probably is going for it here. Whatever it is. I don't know if it changes anything, but I'm going to try to use this relic right now. Here's all the mana. I mean, maybe they'll just have a value grape shot. This is a very poor Past in Flames. All it does is draw one card because of Metamorphose. Okay, I agree.
So what is he hoping to do here?
It could be empty the Warrens. I hope it's not empty the Warrens. What are we at? Storm 7? I mean, this is getting dangerous, to be honest. And they still have a lot of cards in their hand. This feels pathetic.
Because it is.
Okay. I think at this point I'm not really beating an Empty the Warrens because it puts 16 goblins on the board anyway. I'm just going to hope that my opponent is trying to cantrip into something useful.
What are the power of those goblins? If you get some on one.
Oh good, it's just Grape Shot. That's good.
Would those goblins just be 1/1?
They would be 1/1s, but you get like 2 for each storm, so the storm would be 10. They would have 20 goblins on the board. Not bad. Not bad at all. So some portion of these are going to eat my creatures. And the rest of them are going to go at my face. That's okay, because we still have the Relic out. Relic is good. Relics are good. I want to pass priority all of these things. Why do I have to? Come on, like usually I'm allowed to auto-yield to all this stuff. This is stupid. Yeah, we do it the old-fashioned way. Yes. 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 That can happen too. Yep. Uh-huh. So what does our opponent have left in their hand? Who knows? Oh, well... Okay, forget everything. Okay, so we're like super dead. Okay, can I auto-yield to this? Okay, I'm just going to F6 this. Can I F6? My F6 is disabled? My F6 is disabled. You can't auto-yield anything anymore.
You're pressing 1.
Yeah, but well, to them, I have my hotkeys are a bit different than how everyone knows it. The infamous F6.
He was pressing 3 to F6. What the heck's going on?
Do I have anything that can deal with this? I don't think so.
2 Cocos.
See, I can't even survive one attack of these. Not even going to survive one attack. Not happening. Yep. Let's crack this, even though it's useless now. Hooray! I have a land.
Might as well just rejoin.
Yeah, did they know I've collected company? I guess not. Okay, we'll go on to the next game. I guess with the 2 mana creatures out, it was hard to beat all that. They were very efficient on mana. So we'll submit this.
When he was doing that Metamorphose Past in Flame stuff, could you have cracked your Relic to just empty his graveyard to stop
Yeah,
it?
well, yes, but I didn't think it was worth it because they were doing it for so little value. And if I crack the relic, then I have to still deal with this Past in Flames that's still in the graveyard. Yeah, it was not
deal with
pleasant.
it when the storm count is 1. Or whatever.
No, well, it didn't help me then. Love to play first. Ether Vials and Collected Company will keep this. And we have a Curse Catcher. So Shattering Spree will kill us. Badly. And the problem is, they saw that we have Relic. So they might be a little bit more inclined to bring in the Shattering Spree now. They probably should. I mean, if our opponent is a seasoned Storm player, they should know that, we'll be bringing in Relic of Progenitus. Not to mention Ether Vial is pretty good against them.
Why is Snow-Covered Island just a blue? Shouldn't that be a blue-white?
No.
It would make more sense that way.
Oh, this game could make a lot more sense in a lot of ways. That's a whole different discussion. What was their last one? Bottom? So they're desperate for something? Okay, let's Curse Catcher this. I'm under the impression that they need something very badly. Mind you, that's not something I always do. But my instinct serves me right. In this case. And we will pass. And I will very likely play Harbinger of the Tides. Another Serum Visions. Okay. Bottom. Land? Oh, they drew the land. And they played it. With authority. So we gotta get the clock going. And I'll just tick these both up to 2. No. And yes. I'd really like to draw that island now. Now, certainly, if Collected Company was Master of Waves, that would be beautiful, but we're not playing a Master of Waves deck, we're playing a Collected Company deck. I mean, it was this or Kumena, Tyrant of Vraska. I stand by my decision. It would have been great in the last game. Would have been just fantastic. But I think we died before we were able to play it. Or was that the case? We actually had the option of playing it. No, but I didn't want to. I wanted to keep the Relic up. I stand by my decision.
Come on, you fool, make a decision. Nice to see
They have nothing to decide, really.
Nice to see that Wilson got himself a hobby after Castaway.
Yeah.
That's how smart this guy is. He's volleyball. With a
Oh, excellent. We got Breeding Pool. We'll attack first. I'm just going to attack for 2. I don't want to put the Master of the Pearl Trident in danger of Pyroclasm or anything like that. I don't think that matters. Whatever. I'm going to do it at end of turn, just in case our opponent plays maybe even Grape Shot on their main phase. Excellent. Play Breeding Pool.
More like excellent.
I don't get it.
Excellent.
Excellent.
But excellent instead of excellent.
Oh. Well, that was really hard to interpret. We'll let the Opt resolve. We need to counter the really important cards at this point. Or I would rather try to counter the important cards. If our opponent plays Pieces of the Puzzle, I might just let it resolve. Okay, Goblin Electromancer, sure.
Is there a Firemancer? Necro, Electro. Is there a Hydromancer?
There might be a Hydromancer. That sounds like a card. Okay, so let's empty our hand. Put a potential 2-turn clock on the board. We have no 3-drops in our deck. So we might as well just keep these on 2.
Come on, counterspell.
Well, I have a counterspell in my hand.
I'd like to see another one.
I would like to see Silvergill Adept. That wouldn't be bad. Silvergill Adept, Branchwalker.
Counterspells are what you need against decks like these.
It helps.
And knowing when to hit them. Too.
Oh my god, another Ether Vial. Well, let's see. If I attack with Master of the Pearl Trident, is that worth it?
There should be an enchantment that allows you to chain Ether Vial values together. So those 2/2s can now just become a single 4.
So I could attack for 6. If I don't attack with the Master of the Pearl Trident, it shows weakness. But if I attack with the Master of the Pearl Trident, here's the thing. Like, if this is the only Goblin Electromancer, that might be good for us. What do they do with the Opt? Put a card on top. Okay, so their hand is a little bit better. Yeah, we'll attack with everything. This is like a semi-bluff. If they block with Goblin Electromancer, it's not that bad. And if they don't, we put them in range of dying next turn if we can draw Lord. Okay, Opt resolves. I have better things to counter. Next turn's going to be the big turn. The big turn! And they know I have counterspells because I shocked with the Breeding Pool. That makes it a bit transparent. Just a little bit transparent. Pyretic Ritual. Desperate Ritual. Well, the hand is gas. Just put it that way, that's for sure. Metamorphose.
What's the proper time to use that counterspell?
There might not be one because our opponent's hand is so loaded. Pieces of the Puzzle. They have so much mana. Okay, resolves. 5 cards. Maybe I should have countered that because they can get Empty the Warrens now.
Can you counter Empty the Warrens?
Well, that's the thing. They're gonna get something based on how much Storm that they have. Maybe I can counter 1 Empty the Warrens. Puts Empty the Warrens and Baral. Oh, they put Past in Flames and Grape Shot into their hand. Okay. Sleight of hand. We're basically dead. Not gonna BS here. We're basically dead. We needed our opponent to choke. They didn't. Choking didn't happen. And we have only 1 lonely counterspell. I will say I regret not countering that Pieces of the Puzzle. Because like holding this back doesn't really matter all that much. I counter this negate. So they have Empty the Warrens. Sorry, they have Past in Flames and Grape Shot in their hand. The most important thing. Okay, so this is where I have to counter this, right?
End this madness now.
Yeah, basically. Or I can let it resolve. No, that doesn't sound good.
What's going to come after this once you counter it?
Something. Because they have 1 red mana up. So what I could do is let Past in Flames resolve. And then the moment they play one of the rituals, I can counter that. Let's do that. Let's try to get him with that. Yeah, let's counter this first ritual. And hope they don't have a counterspell. Because it kills the entire chain. If this resolves, that's a huge misstep for our opponent.
There it goes.
Oh! Did they play their land drop for the turn? I think they did. They just burned all that storm.
Here comes the resignation.
Well, not quite. I mean, I can attack with everything. And they have to block with Goblin Electromancer, so that'll be good. So what do they have in their hand? Okay, they have a Grape Shot. They have a Past in Flames. They can't do anything. I'm so bad. I played Is Island when I had a Reef in hand. Oh no! Yeah, we definitely know that they punted. And this is some of the value you get out of Storm, in that when, yeah, so I can't Grape Shot your board. Of course. Yeah, I saw that myself. That's why I let it resolve. Oh well, good games. Well, you're not dead, man. But I will take the resignation. Good games? Oh!
You said good game.
Oh, they're going to play Sleight of Hand? Oops. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll play on.
What if you get a Relic and empty his graveyard?
They're super dead.
There we go.
So what if I draw a Lord, though, that would win. Okay, so we will win easily anyway. So what
was the next card?
Probably what would have happened.
Keep going. I want to see what comes up next. Yeah!
And that's the manabase.com. Get dunked on instant replay.
There it is.
So, yeah. So, like, what would have happened is they pass the turn to us. We attack with everything. They have to block with... Like, let's say we drew a blank. They have to block a Master of the Pearl Trident. Master of the Pearl Trident. Master of the Pearl Trident.
It's in the way.
Yeah, whatever. And even at 4 lands, if they play their third land, they can't play the flashback on Past in Flames and still, and then play anything from their graveyard. It just wouldn't happen. So what they'd have to do is like play something into Grape Shot to kill off a Harbinger, but then they burn more value.
It was just good all around.
It was just good all around. We got there.
You played
So
that
if our
negate at the right
opponent,
time.
I did, and our opponent foolishly played this island. Well, they played... You know what? They might have misunderstood what was in their hand. Like, they might have drawn a Shivan Reef off of Manamorphose somewhere in their turn. Or not. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that was last turn. Or was it? I don't know what happened anymore. Whatever. It's in the past. But I'll tell you what's in our future. A 3-0. So what did we learn today? We learn is Storm is hard. Storm is hard. As the person playing Storm... Storm is hard. Hard to play. You need to learn from Caleb Shearer. He'll tell you everything you need to know about Storm. But anyway, Storm is difficult. So we're going to thank all my patrons supporting me on Patreon. We're also going to thank the manabase.com for being our sponsor. This has been Nikachu and his brother playing Tropical Merfolk in Modern.